been a while since I've made a video, so I wanted to go ahead and start with a tutorial for the Naked 3 palette. I bought this for myself. I guess it's kind of a Christmas present right before I went kind of on a little hiatus for Christmas, wedding, New Year's, all that good stuff. And I know a lot of you have been asking about this. I've seen a ton of tutorials already, and I'm sure you guys have too. But of course, here is the palette, all kind of comprised of these lovely rosy shades. I don't have either of the Naked 1 or Naked 2 palettes. Not that I don't think they're nice palettes, it just didn't appeal to me as much as this one did. And I think that I already had a lot of shades that were kind of similar to what came in the Naked 1 and 2. And so this one had some kind of unique shades for me, and I really love rosy toned neutrals. I think they're just flattering on almost everyone. I've got my foundation on, which is the Naked 3.5 by Urban Decay, and I've got just a little bit of corrector on under my eyes, but no concealer yet, and I have my eyebrows on. So that is all, and I'm going to zoom in just a bit and get started on the tutorial. So I'm going to be starting with a primer, and this is kind of a new one for me. It's the Jane Cosmetics eye primer, and this is found at Ulta. It is a nude concealer, so it's not really going to add color or anything, just kind of give a base for your eyeshadow. So if you're looking for a primer that's going to correct, this one is not it. Because it doesn't have any color. I'm going to be using the brush that came in the palette, which is this kind of dual-ended, kind of a flat shader brush and a blending brush. I'm going to use this flat side to apply Strange, this lighter color here, and I'm going to apply that under the brow bone, as well as all across the lid. Next, I'm going to use my kind of mini little E25 that I got as a free gift this month from Sigma when I ordered a couple other brushes. And I'm going to be applying this shade here called Limit, which is a matte, kind of rosy, light rosy color. And I'm going to apply that and blend all throughout the crease, applying slightly on the outer corner of my lid. Basically going to build up depth in the crease there by adding a few shades, and this is the first one. Next, I'm going to use my Sigma E70 brush. It's a shader brush, but it's got an angle to it, which is kind of nice because I want to apply the next darkest color, but I don't want it to be as widespread as the first color that I put on. So it's kind of like starting from a larger area and then building down to the darker color. And for this one, I'm going to be using Nooner, which is just a little bit darker than Limit. And I'm kind of flipping the brush with the angle going down and going right across where I put Limit, and just deepening that area. Then as you get over towards the inner corner, flip the brush the other way. Then you can go back to that shader brush or blending brush that I used the first time and just kind of make sure those two blend together really well. The last color to apply to the crease is the darkest one, and it is called Blackheart. It's just a really kind of deep plummy color with a lot of shimmer to it. And I'm going to use this smallest blending brush that I have, which is the E36. This one you want to be sure and tap off any excess because it is quite a dark color. And I'm going to focus that just right there in the crease on top of the two other colors that I used. And then just kind of bringing out in a little wing shape here. And again, take that shader brush or blending brush, just soften it. I'm going to go back and reapply a little bit of that Strange color with the same brush that I used before, just to touch up any area that may have gotten covered. And I'm going to make sure to hit my inner corner here too. the shadow's done except for the bottom, which I'm going to add in a minute. I'm going to add a nice little wing liner on top using my Jordana Fabuliner in brown. It's just a kind of felt tip liner. Okay, so before I go and add the shadow on the bottom, I'm actually going to go ahead and do my concealer. That way the shadow can go on top of the concealer. Like I said, I've already put my corrector on, which is the Pixi Brightening Peach, just to kind of correct the darkness there. And next I'm going to add the concealer on top. And these are new concealers that I've been using lately. They're the Rimmel Wake Me Up, which I was really excited to find because I've heard a lot of British YouTubers reference these and I've never seen them in my Walgreens or my CVS or Walmart or anywhere that sells Rimmel. But I was in East Texas over Christmas and I would just happen to stop by a random Walmart and they had just the concealer, not the foundation. And so I picked up 2 of them. And I've actually been using a combination of the 2. So there's this one which is a little bit more yellow and it's called Very Fair / Light. And this one's just a little bit more pink and it's just called Light. I kind of thought this one might be too light and this one might be too dark, so I've actually been kind of dabbing on both and it seems to make a really nice color. So I'm just going to kind of put this here. And then I'm going to go on it with the kind of pinker color and just add a few dabs of that. I'm going to be blending that out using this Tarte double-ended concealer brush that I got from QVC when I ordered one of their concealers. And I really like this side. It's nice and fluffy. It really helps to blend it out. Very kind of airbrushed looking. And then I'm going to set that with my Sexy Mama translucent powder from theBalm and my Real Technique setting brush. Just a very light dust of that under the eyes. On the bottom lash line, I do want to bring some of that kind of darker color down just to add a little depth. But I don't want to put it right on my bare skin, so I'm actually going to go first with this Mally eyeshadow stick, and the color is Rosy Taupe. I'm going to put that right on the bottom lash line. I like this bottom lash line color in contrast to the rest of the look because this is a little bit more shimmery and the rest of the look's very matte. I'm actually going to use that really small brush that I used before and do a combination of Blackheart and Factory so it's not too dark. And just put that right on the bottom lash line. So the last step for the eyes is to add my mascara, Clump Crusher by CoverGirl, which has this nice little rubber wand here. And I'm able to do 2 to 3 coats with this Clump Crusher, which is why I really like it. Okay, eyes are done. Okay, so I need to go ahead and add my blush and my lip products. I've got a few things I want to put on my cheeks. The first one is just a little bit of this Wet n Wild bronzer. I've been looking for this forever too, and I've seen other, seen it on other pages and stuff, never been able to find it. It's called Princess, and I went to a fiesta with my mother-in-law right before the wedding, and it was there, and I had to buy it. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that. overzealous, I can go back with my... Then I'm going to use a new blush that I got pretty recently from Coastal Scents, and these are the Forever blushes. There are like, I don't know, almost 20 shades in this range, and the blushes are about, I think, $6 or $5 a piece, and they're so pretty. They have a really neat little geometric pattern on them, and the pigmentation is really great. I got a color called Charming, which is this nice little dark kind of rosy color, and they're very pigmented, so I usually always apply them with my e.l.f. small stipple brush. Otherwise, they can get out of hand. And it's just the perfect kind of nude pinky complement to the Naked 3. The last thing I want to apply is just a little bit of a highlighter, just for a little shimmer here. And I'm going to be using my Sigma F5, which is the small contour. I know you can use it for your contour, but I like to also use it for my highlight. This is the So Baked Bronzer in Tiki by Hard Candy. It's a pretty shimmery highlight, but it's really pretty. I guess it's like a more cost-effective version of maybe the Mary Luminizer, which is by theBalm. Kind of a similar golden tone, and I'm just going to put that right at the top of my cheek there, and just a little bit there on the top of my eye. And then I'm going to take a little bit on my finger and just go right there in my inner corner and right above my Cupid's bow. And for the lip color, I'm going to use another new product that I got. I'll be talking about this in a haul video also. I picked this up, I don't know if I was at CVS or Walgreens, but it was a new display by L'Oreal. I thought it was a lipstick, but of course when you open it, it's very similar to the Maybelline Elixirs. It has the very same type of applicator, which is kind of this really flexible, pointed doe foot applicator. Has a very similar texture, which is very shiny and creamy, almost like a liquid lipstick, I guess, but really shiny. And these are called the Extraordinaire by Color Riche, and the color I got is number 500 in Malto Mauve, and it is just the prettiest kind of your lips but better type of color, just a really pretty pinky mauve that goes with this look so well, and it has a really nice shine to it. I don't bother putting any lip liner on because the applicator is so nice. Alright, so that wraps up my very first Naked 3 tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this. There are tons of other colors in this palette. I'm sure you'll see lots more looks posted from me, but this is one of the favorites that I've done so far. If you'd like me to film more using specific colors, just let me know in the comments which colors you're interested in. So at any rate, I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, a spectacular New Year, and I can't wait to share lots more with you guys this coming year. Hoping to add in some new stuff to this channel, some DIY craft stuff and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and please find me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram. I post there a lot as well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Next I'm going to use my Sigma by Maybelline, sorry, Club Crusher by CoverGirl.